This is a great question from Stephanie. Okay, but why, when my fridge and freezer are both full, am I still hungry? I recently posted a video called How to Get Unfat and Undiabetic. In the video, I talk about how when we eat food and it has more calories than our body immediately needs, our body saves the calories. It stores some of them in the liver or our fridge, and some of them in our fat cells or our freezer. So Stephanie's wondering, why when we have all this extra body fat that we'd like to get rid of and that's supposed to be energy, why do we still feel hungry? So the three macronutrients are proteins, fats, and carbs, right? In nature, there's lots of items that are high in both protein and also fat. Those are these items here. There's also lots of items that are high in protein and carbs, like these. But rarely in nature do you ever find something that's high in both carbs and fat. They don't really exist in nature, but you can find them in massive quantities somewhere else. The grocery store. They're literally everywhere in the grocery store. The bad news is that everyone is overweight because we ate too many calories. But the good news is we only ate too many calories because we were given foods that were high in calories but low in satiety. These potato chips have the same number of calories as all of these oranges. The oranges have 12 times the weight in the volume, but the same number of calories. Look at these Cheetos. An 8-ounce bag of Cheetos has 1,440 calories. That is almost the same as an entire 10-pound watermelon with 20 times the weight and volume. If you eat this bag of potato chips, you're going to eat 1,600 calories. It's about a half a pound of food and is not very satiating. Another way to get 1,600 calories is to eat 1 pound of salmon, 1 pound of a 9-egg omelet, 1 pound of boiled potatoes, and 1 pound of Greek yogurt. This is also 1,600 calories, but it's 4 pounds of food. The weight and volume of this food is much more satiating than this is, despite it being the same number of calories. When we eat foods like this and foods like this, we get a lot of refined carbohydrates and refined fats. The carbs and the fats together are almost impossible to not overeat. There's actually a dopamine response in the brain when you eat carbs and fats together that often leads to eating 30 to 40% more calories. Whereas if you focus on protein and fiber, it is so satiating that it's almost impossible to overeat. If you want to avoid hunger and overeating, prioritize protein and fiber. Focus on whole foods, minimize refined carbs and fats. Try to minimize eating refined carbs and fats together. One thing that helps me is anytime I have this, I make sure to fill up on lots of this first, then I don't eat too much of these. One of the people that I've learned a lot from on this subject and many others is Dr. Ted Naiman. These visuals come from Ted. He's a great reference and he wrote a book called The PE Diet, which is fantastic.